If you plan on dating someone, you should understand the concept of courting. This can lead to longevity in your relationship, so listen up. You know, I found it interesting to see that there were so many people that didn't understand what courting was. Not only were they oblivious, but they had absolutely no idea on its importance as it relates to dating. Here's what I previously said about courting. Check this out. So now let's slide over to the courting phase. I personally think this is one of the more important stages of the whole relationship process for reasons I will explain shortly. And trust, this conversation has been had plenty of times. And while some tend to think they should court before dating, others even say you should court after you're in a relationship. Most understand this logic after it's been explained. Okay, so let's do this. Let's check out the basic definition of courting. As stated by Merriam-Webster, courting is to seek the affections of, especially to seek to win a pledge from marriage. Now, Google defines courting as being involved with romantically, typically with the intention of marrying. There's that marriage word once again. Okay, so now the Urban Dictionary says, courting is the experience of developing a deep relationship with someone with a view to see if marriage is right for the couple without the complexity of sexual intimacy being a part of that relationship, enabling each to find out everything about each other, developing unconditional love and trust without rushing things to decide if this is really the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. I do want to point out the no sex part because it's interesting and it would make more sense from this standpoint. Now remember, according to my perspective, you should court before the relationship, but let's keep going. So here's the distinction. Courting is exclusive. Unlike the dating phase, you should only court one person. It's like this. You've been dating a few people. Now there is one that just stands out from the rest. You are beginning to like a lot about them. Now it's time to take it a step further to see if they are the right person for you to actually be in a relationship with. This is when your intuition will kick in and you'll know you are ready to court. So now you start the courting phase. It's now just you and your partner, hence the exclusivity. Now I know what you are thinking. It sounds like the relationship has already started, right? Well, not just yet. Courting is a little more serious than the dating phase. It's when the two of you open up a bit more about your personal life. Things that you feel are more important, you begin to share. The conversations are more meaningful. You start to question what the future may hold for the two of you. You find yourself wanting to learn more about the things that are of interest to your partner. You start to adopt little things that you didn't even notice, like using each other's lingo. This is also the time that you may start catching feelings for each other. And because feelings are natural, it's inevitable. And therefore, you shouldn't be alarmed. This is completely normal during the courting stage. Now, another thing that tends to happen during the courting stage is meeting each other's friends. You know it's starting to become serious when the two of you get to meet the people that you spend the most time with. Of course, this is also done to low-key get the approval from your friends. I mean, come on now, we all know this. Okay, so let me not get ahead of myself. The only way that courting can be executed correctly is through effective communication. Basically, you can't be courting someone and they not know that you are courting them. But having that transparency along with communicating efficiently while you are in this courting stage should only help bring the two of you closer if and when you decide to be together. So in a nutshell, you are courting this person to see if you want to commit to a serious relationship with them. Here is why it doesn't make sense to court after you get in a relationship. Let's say you've been in a relationship for a year. Then you say, okay, now I'm ready to court to see if this person is the one for me to marry. So now what if during this courting stage that you started after the relationship, I must add, you realize this person is not someone you want to marry? I mean, now what do? Do you just break up with that person? You see why that doesn't really make sense? That's why you should court first. Then, once you feel that you have been through a thorough courtship, the next step is to be in a relationship. Because normally when you court someone, the two of you should end up being in a relationship at some point. You know, I can't emphasize how important courting is. There's a quote that says, "To say that one waits a lifetime for his soulmate to come around is a paradox. People eventually get sick of waiting. Take a chance on someone, and by the art of commitment, become soulmates, which takes a lifetime to perfect." So when you court someone, you begin to lay this very foundation that I just spoke on. And when you meet someone that truly understands the concept of courting, this person will more than likely date with intent. With that being said, their intention should be to court you, get in a relationship, and then marry you. And that's the way love goes. Bam, 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 bam. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you like this video. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and click the bell so that you're notified when new content comes out. Thanks.